Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, October 5th. The time is 2:43 p.m. and the temperature right now is around 19 degrees Celsius. And I'm here in Niagara Falls on the Canadian side. And I believe this is called Dinosaur Adventure Golf. And there's the Sky Wheel just on the other side. And for this one, I'm going to walk on over to Clifton Hill. That's the main tourist drag here in Niagara Falls. And then I'm going to head down to the falls and we're going to walk along the American Falls and then over to the Horseshoe Falls. And I'm just making my way over from the Skyline Tower off in the distance, and I just went up there and recorded a video. And that place offers up some pretty spectacular views. And over here we have the Niagara Speedway. That's a multi-level go-kart course. It doesn't look very busy at the moment. I don't think I see any customers. Or maybe there's a few. That guy's probably an employee, the way he's whipping around the corner there without a helmet on. And last night I went up in the Sky Wheel and I tried to make a video at sunset, but I don't think it came out very well. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. Maybe I'll post it on the Johnny Stumbles channel. Maybe I'll let my channel members and Patreon supporters see it. And straight ahead here is Clifton Hill. There is Carnival Chaos Hyper Ride. And Victoria Avenue is just off in that direction. And there's a Timmy's where I had lunch earlier. I think it was like $12 to get on the Sky Wheel. I've actually got a pass that was given to me last night while Action Kid was streaming. Someone came and gave him a couple of free passes. They get you on a number of attractions here. Speaking of which, I hope to be going on that later. So there's Ripley's Believe It or Not. Is Clifton Hill on a weekday afternoon in October. There's another mini golf course, Wizards Golf. I believe that's a blacklight glow-in-the-dark course. And an IHOP in Benihana. And there is the older casino. That's Casino Niagara. And there's a water park right next to that. And I'm going to cross the street here just to get away from this music they're blasting. But there's a look at the Sky Wheel. And a place called the Midway that has a lot of arcades in it and a bowling alley. So it's worth noting, just a few days ago, on October 1st, the federal government finally removed the last of the travel restrictions to get into Canada. A little late. I think the tourist season has passed us by, but apparently there's been an uptick in visitors from the other side of the border. They no longer have to deal with the ArriveCan app or provide any of the other documentation they had to before, so that's a good boost to the local economy. Okay. Here we have a maze of lasers, a big top, a maze of mirrors, a haunted house. And maybe I'll head over to the other side and just pop into the midway for a second. This is a lot more modern looking than the arcade at the Skylon Tower. And there's that fun pass. So that includes the Niagara Skywheel, Zombie Attack, Cosmic Coaster, the Moving Land Wax Museum, Ghostbusters Dark Ride, and one of the mini golfs. And they've got a Cosmic Coaster 3D ride. Looks like the kind of place where a kid or an adult like me could spend a whole lot of money in a short time. And speaking of that Movie Land Wax Museum, I went there last night and I made a video through there. Here it is. You will probably find that on the other channel, Johnny Stumbles. Admission to that would normally be $12.99. I'm not sure how much that Sky Pass goes for that gets you admission to all those other places.
Johnny Depp, Robert De Niro, Tom Cruise.
I think that Wax Museum was fun. A lot of very inaccurate looking wax figures. They weren't all wax. Here's Niagara Brewing Company, right next to a Rainforest Cafe. And tonight at 10 p.m. there's going to be fireworks, so I'm thinking maybe I'll come back and do a nighttime walk down Clifton Hill. It's not going to be a very long video, but if I end up around the Niagara River down here, we'll get to catch the fireworks at the end of that video. And it'll give a very different look at Clifton Hill here. There's the Hard Rock Cafe over in that direction. So now it's time to head down and check out the trio of waterfalls down here. I think I've done a video along the waterfalls every year that I've had this channel in operation. Over there is the Peace Bridge. And you can actually walk across that and enter the American side, and that's what Action Kid is up to today. He's over there live streaming right now. This is the kind of town where that sort of thing happens. And off in that direction is a large whirlpool. And the Niagara River feeds into Lake Ontario. And then it eventually feeds into the St. Lawrence River. Atlantic Ocean. All right, let's just get a first glimpse of the American Falls straight ahead. I don't think I've ever been here where it's not been crowded. And generally I don't like recording walking into the sun, but it seems to be up pretty high. Hopefully that's not a huge issue. And that's either the Hornblower or the Maid of the Mist. I think that's the American one, the Maid of the Mist. And those are the American Falls, and right next to it are the Bridal Falls, the third lesser known waterfall here. And a look over at the Horseshoe Falls. And there's where you board the Hornblower cruises. I did that a few years ago. And I think I'll have to do that on my next trip. I was thinking about doing it today. I opted to stay dry and go up the Skyline Tower and not risk damaging my not so waterproof cameras. Although I guess I could have used my phone or brought an action camera. And these waterfalls were formed when large melting glaciers created freshwater lakes. And I think that was about 12,000 years ago. Here's where you can go for a zip line ride. There's various lookouts along the route here as we make our way over to the Horseshoe Falls. Not sure how much that costs. Hopefully we'll get to see someone go ziplining along. So I think around here might be the best spot to view those fireworks tonight at 10. And that took me 14 minutes to get from where I started this one to down here. So maybe I should start that walk about 15 minutes or so before the fireworks start. They're rather short. They only last for 5 minutes or so. Kind of hoping we see someone go ziplining along. And I'm already starting to feel some mist spray up. Let's walk through here for some reason. And I think this road here is called the Niagara Parkway. There's a park on the other side of that, and they've been holding a festival of lights throughout the holiday season every year. I've live streamed through there the last few years.
Okay, Mia after.
I've been here enough that, as magnificent as the falls are, I'm kind of more interested in seeing what camera equipment people have brought with them. And over the years, there's been a number of daredevils who have tempted fate with the falls. There's been some blindfolded tightrope walking across the falls. And of course, a number of people have tried to go over them in a barrel. And if you're dumb enough to try and survive, you'll be greeted with a $10,000 fine. At one point, I think in the 60s, engineers turned off the Niagara Falls, or the American Falls, because they wanted to clear out all those rocks in front of it and make it look a bit more spectacular, like the Horseshoe Falls. They ultimately determined, I think, that those rocks you see were necessary for the stability of the falls. And over time, the falls used to be located over there. They have kind of carved their way through this valley to their present location, or at least the Horseshoe Falls have. And I think they're currently going back at a rate about 1 foot every year. Although it would be much quicker than that if a lot of the water wasn't diverted into one of 2 different hydroelectric power stations that provide much of the power for southern Ontario and western New York. I think those stairs there, looking directly into the Bridal Falls, would be quite spectacular on the American side. I wonder if Action Kid made his way down there. There's also that observation deck, where you can kind of crane your neck and look at things from the side. Things are a lot less touristy on the other side. For better or worse. I think it's more of a day trip from this side sort of place. And as I get closer to the Horseshoe Falls, I'm going to start getting wet. How much do these binoculars cost? Insert one $2 coin. Turn knob on button to focus. Ooh, we are much closer now. Look at that. And you can kind of see a bit of a rainbow forming. And you can see how close that boat gets. You get absolutely soaked when you take that thing. It is 20 degrees Celsius, no, 21. I doubt that focused. I came out in a long sleeve t-shirt and a sweater with a light jacket in my backpack, and I am down to just the long sleeve t-shirt rolled up. And I am regretting not wearing my shorts. It's generally not a good idea to lean over on that side. That boat is making its way back. Is Queen Victoria Place restaurant. And the Skyline Tower. I would recommend a trip up there. And apparently if you eat at the revolving restaurant, that includes admission to the observation deck. That is a serious camera and gimbal setup. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on over to the edge of the Horseshoe Falls.
Okay, here, I'll be like that.
There's a cluster of high-rises that make up most of the Niagara skyline. That's where you'll find the Falls View Casino and the Minolta Tower, which has been converted into the Tower Hotel, and a number of large hotel chains. And there's also some restaurants over there where you can eat and get a spectacular view of the city. And we're definitely feeling some of that mist now. I do not want to let go of this camera. It has the memory card on it. It has all my recordings throughout the day. I did a walk down Lundy's Lane. And then I did that Skylon Tower video. And look at that observation deck down there. Alright, next time I'm here, I'm going to bring my GoPro, which is waterproof enough. And I'll either go behind the falls, or I'll jump on the hornblower, or maybe I'll walk over to the US side and take the Maid of the Mist. Being the dummy that I am, I forgot my passport today. Or I guess yesterday is when I forgot it. So I couldn't join Action Kid on his adventures over to the American side. I wonder how the lens is doing. Oh, looks like there's some water droplets on it. Maybe I'll give it a wipe. Sometimes that makes it worse. Let's see here. There's a restaurant in this building where you kind of get a view. And I would best describe that as overpriced and not worth it at all. They've got a serious amount of camera equipment. There's the right idea. He's got a GoPro. Oh, wow. Got a rainbow going on. I'm gonna try to see if I can grab a selfie with it. But doing so required looking directly at the sun, and I might be squinting a bit too hard. Blatantly fishing for a thumbnail for the live stream I'm about to start up. Which of course you should be able to find on the channel by the time this has been uploaded. Alright, let's go over to where the money shot is. It's pretty much right here. And there we go. That was a walk down Clifton Hill and along the falls. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there's a super thanks button appearing below these videos. Maybe I'll finish it up with a minute or so of silence looking over the falls. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.